Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 60388, Gaming Tournament Truck from the LEGO City theme. This set contains 344 pieces, 4 minifigures, and will retail for $39.99 in the US. This set does not officially come out until January 1st, 2023, but it was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. Before I get started, I'd just like to ask you guys to please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm doing a bunch of early 2023 reviews, including reviews of more LEGO City sets, as well as Ninjago, Star Wars, Minecraft, Monkey Kid, Mario, and more. So if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, it'll help put those videos in your feed as soon as they're posted, and also really help support me in the channel. But with all that being said, let's get on to the review. So here's the build of the gaming tournament truck, and this thing is actually decently big. Like, for a $40 set, I don't know, I was expecting this to be a bit smaller. And it's not like it's gigantic or anything, but yeah, this is a substantially sized truck. I'm fully impressed by this scale. The truck is split into two different sections. You have like the very front of the truck the driver actually goes in, and then the actual trailer that connects to the back. So we'll take a look at each of those individually. The front of the truck's fairly basic. It's got a license plate at the front. I like these angled green pieces. Definitely add to the whole gaming tournament vibe. There's a sticker at the top with the logo for the gaming tournament. You can see it's a minifigure head with glasses on. The glasses have a D-pad and buttons on it, and then there's headphones on the minifigure head. It definitely fits. And then other than that, it's just a pretty simple little build. You can see the trailer attaches right here, and if you want to pop that roof off, that's where you can put a minifigure inside. Not much to the interior, literally just a steering wheel, but that's perfectly fine. I think that's all you really need, and it gives you lots of space for the actual minifigure. Now coming to the trailer, this is the super interesting part of the build. You can see there's like a giant logo at the top. It's this brick-built video game controller. That's pretty cool. The shaping's not perfect. And then there's this trans-green windshield which opens up, and inside there what I believe is meant to be the trophy for the tournament is kept. The trophy is just an unprinted video game controller piece on top of this like trans-green stand, and I think that's pretty cool. It would have been nice if this piece was printed, but it's not a big deal that it wasn't. And with that removed, you can see there's actually a decent bit of room in there. So if you want to store minifigures or extra cargo or something, you definitely could, because yeah, there's just a ton of space. Moving down along this build, you can see there's this green trim at the bottom. I really love this center area right here, how it becomes more like angled. It is still very much a trim, but it's more unique than just like a green line. And that continues all the way to the very back. This center area uses one of like the LEGO Harry Potter book pieces, which I actually think works really well. Everything is basically the same on the other side too, just mirrored. But coming back to the side we were just looking at, if you actually open up this giant book piece, that exposes the main part of this build. First, on the inside of the book, you have two giant stickers, and these are to represent the two characters that are being played in this video game. We have this guy in a cloak that has like a katana, and then this sort of like demon character with these giant fists. Below that, there's two seats for the two players. These are placed like this to be stored, but they can also be hinged out. So when the tournament's actually taking place, you put a character in each of these seats, and you can imagine them controlling the computers right here. This is a touch I really like because it's accurate to real-life video game tournaments. But despite all the branding, like having video game controllers like on the logo and on the trophy, the actual tournament's taking place on PC. You can see there's a little computer mouse, a keyboard, and then a screen. And then looking at the screen, that's a stickered part. I'm not sure if there's any video game in particular that's supposed to be referencing, but let me know in the comments if you guys noticed something. And then the opposite seat has something very similar for the other character. But then the coolest part is behind all of this. There's like a trans-clear window piece, which I believe is meant to represent a screen. And behind that, there's stickered parts of the two characters. The one in the cloak and then like the demon character. And there's a sort of like rocky electrical background. Now that is actually a printed part. You get a total of 3 of it in the set. So that is super cool. I'm curious to see like what mock builders could use that part for, because it definitely has some potential. But anyway, yeah, this is meant to represent like the spectator screen so other people can watch the game, and you can actually represent the game being played here. Because if we turn the truck around to the other side and open it up, there's a few things you can access back here. There's these red pieces on the bottom which can be moved back and forth, and then these black pieces on the top which are on a Technic beam and take a little more force to move but can still be moved. So by doing that, you can control the characters on the other side. Those red pieces on the bottom move the actual characters, so you can have like one of them come up and attack the other and then run back, or you can have them like meet in the middle if you wanted. And then the black pieces on the Technic beam control those little red tooth pieces at the top. And what those are meant to be is a health bar. So you can have one of the characters hit the other, and then have their health bar go down. That is represented so well here, and then eventually as the battle goes on, you lower it more and more, and then you have one of the characters win. So then you can award the trophy to whichever player won. And I think that is such a fun concept that's incorporated so well. I'm genuinely impressed by how much is here in such a small set. Genuinely one of the coolest things I've seen in a LEGO set in a while. But I think that's about it for this area, so let's close it all up now, and then finally move to the very back. The very back of the truck has wheels at the base, little steps for minifigures to get up, and then these two doors that swing open. And this is meant to be a little merch booth for the game that's being played here. You have like posters of the two different characters, the one in the cloak and like the demon character. Then you have each of their weapons, so a blue katana and the magenta fists. The blue katanas come in Ninjago sets many times before, so that's nothing too exciting. However, the magenta fists I think are new for this set, so that's a very cool recolor for that part. And then there's like a little cash register in the center. And then beyond all that, this is just a truck, so you can drive it around if you want. Take it from place to place. But I think for now, that's actually about all I have to show you on it. I'll talk about it more at the end of this video, but for now, let's move on to the minifigures, so then I could give you my overall thoughts. So here are the first two minifigures in the set, the two characters actually participating in the gaming tournament, and these figures are both amazing for different reasons. The female character I especially like. I just think the design overall is super cool. The color combination is great with the magenta, orange, and dark red, and her hairpiece is super great too. It's all new for this wave. It's a recolor of Nova's hair from the new LEGO Friends wave, though now in pink instead of blonde. But even beyond all that, I think the face print's really great too. It's just so full of personality. If this wasn't a LEGO City figure and was like a new character in Ninjago or something, I would not doubt that for a second, because this is just a very well-designed character. I'm surprised it's just in a random LEGO City set. And then the male character I don't think looks as cool. His color scheme is of course all different shades of blue, and of course they're both inspired by the characters they're playing in the video game. So the female character has like the giant glove boxing fist, and then the male character has like a blue katana. But yeah, I don't think his torso and everything's as interesting. Same thing with his hairpiece, like it's good, but it's not as cool as an all-new hairpiece for 2023. But the coolest part about this figure is actually the head print. Now I'll give you guys a second, do you recognize that face print? Because to me, I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, that is the perfect face for a custom Cyrus Borg from Ninjago. Stay tuned for probably like a YouTube short over the next couple of days. I'll put together a custom Cyrus Borg using this face. But yeah, that's easily the best Cyrus Borg head we've ever gotten. So for Ninjago fans, this might be a set you want to pick up just to get that headpiece. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure it's new for this set and it works for Cyrus perfectly. Removing both their hairpieces now though and turning them around, you can see back torso prints and alternate faces. On the girl's alternate face, she just seems a little disappointed, and the guy's alternate face, he's just like shocked. And then back torso prints are both fine. I think the girl's is actually the worst one this time around, because the male character's back torso print's pretty much the same as the front torso print. But yeah, I think these are two surprisingly fantastic minifigures for a LEGO City set. I really love both of them. And then here are the other two characters in the set. We have this guy who I believe is meant to be like the organizer of the tournament or the one driving the truck. He's got like the gaming tournament logo on his shirt, which is printed in like this metallic silver. That I feel like is going to be a fairly common sig fig torso. Fairly good hairpiece on him too. Not the biggest fan of his face print, I don't believe it's new, but that smile just seems way too big and exaggerated for me. It's fine I guess, but I'm not sure. I'm just not the biggest fan of those kind of face prints. And unfortunately there's no alternate face for him, so he's permanently stuck smiling like that. So yeah, torso's cool and the hairpiece is nice to get, but the rest of this figure I don't care all too much about. And then this final minifigure, I'm not sure if her face print is new, but I believe the rest of the parts on her are not new for this set. However, again, I think she's a pretty good one. She comes with a little cell phone as an accessory, and this like shorter hairpiece actually looks really nice. Happy to see that coming in more sets. But I think the coolest part about her is the face print. On one side of her face she's got like her eyes closed, and it looks like she has a little mark on her face that's in the shape of a heart. I can't really tell because the printing's a little fuzzy, but I believe that's meant to be a heart. And then on the alternate face she also has a wide smile, which again, not my favorite, but at the very least it's a closed mouth smile, which looks a little bit better. And then her lips are actually printed using metallic printing, which is a cool touch. So yeah, definitely not as cool as the other two figures in this set, but I think these are another two pretty solid ones. And I think overall this is one of the best minifigure selections in a LEGO City set, because there's at least something pretty cool about all four of these. So yeah, I'm very satisfied overall. So what are my overall thoughts of this set? I love it. I think this set's fantastic. LEGO City is not a theme I expect a lot from, because in my opinion, a lot of the times it's just overpriced, made for very young kids. And not that that's a bad thing, right? Obviously toys are made for kids, but I feel like things like Ninjago do a good job of exceeding like the audience of kids, and a lot of times City doesn't. But this set completely proves all that wrong. This is a fantastic set all around. Please guys, do not sleep on this set. Like, this is really, really good. The build is fantastic and a lot of fun. It's actually a really big size too for the price. I know piece count wise, it doesn't seem like a $40 set, but there's so many large pieces used, and the play feature is a ton of fun. There's also just a ton of cool parts, both on the minifigures and just like in terms of accessories. I am genuinely thoroughly impressed by this set in every single aspect. I would highly recommend it to pretty much everybody, especially if you find this set on sale eventually, which it will probably go on because LEGO City sets usually do. But yeah, 100% do not sleep on this set. This is a fantastic one all around, and one that I am a super big fan of. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have a ton of other 2023 reviews, both on the channel right now and coming over the next few days. So if you liked what you saw in this video and you want to see more, by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, it'll help put those videos in your feed. But as for this one, I think it's about all I got to say. So thanks for watching everybody, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!